Let me just record. Cool. So, like for you, how do you feel now that you came back from South Africa?
Yeah, I'll start from the beginning. I mean, the journey is always hard, but I must say that engaging the nutrition side of things with the guidance from the coaches and the Eminence program, it's actually been amazing. It's put my mind in a different category in the sense of thinking about food.
Yeah.
We're all human beings and you slip and fall here and there, but it's amazing how it trains your body to just think on the healthier path once you're training and you're putting your nutrition side by side.
Yeah.
And the programs helped me a lot in that way because before I've always been a gym goer and I just ate whatever and I
Yeah.
just lived,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but it's a case where just having that discipline and that accountability and the community that goes with the whole Eminence group, it just keeps you in check
Yeah. 100%.
and it helps you to push through all obstacles. So I had that big obstacle of doing my program since August and going on holiday in December, and I was faced with the fact that going back to South Africa, gee, the choices.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not?
Yeah.
And I was scared in the beginning, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna train? Because I'm around nobody that's that way inclined in the sense of, yes, like my kids are that way, but you face so much obstacles where you can't just get up. I went for a run on the beach once when I was in Mauritius,
Yeah.
and that was just me by myself, but I had big obstacles in trying to get to training
Yeah.
or get to a gym. But I managed to maintain my eating in a way that I wasn't the same as before.
Yeah.
And I actually crave to have the breakfast that I love because you lock onto certain foods. And I think also it's important to enjoy what you're having.
100%.
Because if you don't like it, it's not going to be enjoyable to sit down and eat it.
Yeah.
Like I happily will make certain meals and I'm having my salmon and my vegetables because I actually enjoy the vegetables that I buy and I like the salmon, you know, or I'm just eating chicken of that sort. So even on holiday, I went through a stage where I went and I bought the special K and I was cutting the apple and, and
Oh,
having the
really? You did
cinnamon.
that? It made you feel like
Yeah,
you're following some sort of structured plan, you know?
because I knew as well, if I have that as a breakfast, then it carries me through for most of the day. And it's a case where if I eat something wrong later on, at least I haven't started from the morning eating wrong,
Yeah. At least you
you
did
know?
some of the work already, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And movement is such a big role to play as well. Like you can't expect to just relax and not have any sort of activity.
Yeah.
Movement's so important, however form it is, in order to keep you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also coming back, then you go into a rut where you can't get started again
Yeah. That's the
in the
tough part
sense of,
mentally, you know?
yeah, and then in the sense of the holiday was over festive, so you are faced with everything coming back. You're still in that holiday mode. We suffered a lot of jet lag as well. Didn't feel good initially coming back. So I took maybe just 3 days off work. And then you start looking every excuse not to go back, not to go back. But I started this week. And throughout my journey with gym, I love to do it in the morning. It's very hard though, because
Yeah.
not everyone's a morning person. But I just feel to get it done. So sometimes before I go to work, I'm clocking like 8,000 steps. That was me today,
That's
because I
awesome.
come back, I walk my dog. My job is very stagnant. There's no real movement for me to be walking around and stuff like that. So if I don't do that, I don't get that movement in the morning. When I come home in the evening, you only got a couple of hours. It's hard to make up.
Yeah.
Um, Having time with family and stuff like that as well. So I like to get it done in the morning. Then I know I'm on a good track.
Yeah.
And I feel you can
Stress
make
you
so
out.
many excuses during the day in not to go in the evening. Like today, I went in the morning and I'm like, I'm so happy I went because I just
Yeah,
don't have
not
the energy
happening.
to go tonight.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So that's good. Like you kind of form those habits over the course of the 6 month program. But like just taking it back to the beginning, like what was the main struggle for you before you reached out? Like what was the main reason for you wanting to start something? And you kind of when you hopped on our first call, you said like I know this is it. Like I need to make a change now.
Yeah, it was a case where I felt I'd put on weight, but I was still being active.
Yeah,
I knew I had to lock down on something else, which I've never visited, and that's my nutrition.
yeah,
And that is the part that has set me straight. I just have such a different mind frame in that even if I sidetrack here or there, I know what I need to do.
yeah.
And the
Game
program
plan.
has put me straight in that way.
Yeah,
Like I'm coming from being a person where group fitness training, um, personal trainer, but no one has ever cranked down, Merlene, what are you actually eating?
yeah. That might be a reason why you didn't get the results you're always looking for. No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, and that's what I do think as well. And the thing is, it's so much effort to actually go to gym every day, to work out, to be sweating, but you can't out sweat bad eating. That's the problem.
exactly.
You can't out train bad eating.
Yeah, and you're making all that efforts every single day, but the body weight is not shifting, the body is not showing the shape that you would like. So I think that was for you, that was crucial, eh? Like just setting in a
Yes,
strategy and game plan from the beginning. I mean, you even felt the beginning of the program. So usually you know this, obviously, because you've been through the program, but the reset phase in the beginning, it's quite a daunting task in the beginning. But as you get used to it, you actually realize that it's good to sometimes have a boring period where you have the same things every single day to actually know what works for your body.
yeah. It's actually funny enough that it's daunting. But then you get to a point where you want variety, but then when you get variety, you don't want to leave it. Like you
Yeah.
want that, you want to stick to that. Like, I don't
Structure.
want to think about it. I just want to eat it. And I'm kind of at that phase now where I'm eating the same things almost every day.
Yeah.
Um, and because I like that sort of food. So that's, I mean, that's what the reset phase helps you out with. Like you think to yourself, oh, I'm eating this, or I'm eating that, but it just puts you on a path where just do it and
Yeah.
stick to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't such a very good student, but as we say, everyone's human.
Yeah.
And I
You were
just
pretty
tried
good.
harder.
You're pretty good. Like you messed
But
up
I
once or
feel
twice, but that's normal, right?
But I feel you get some people, they just have that pure dedication. And if you can just aim and push
Yeah.
just to be better, you really will excel.
Yeah, 100%. I think you did a pretty good job. Like overall, we obviously before we went on the holiday, because like our main goal was to lose the 10 kgs in the matter of what was that, August, September, October, November. So basically like 4 months that we wanted to lose the 10
Yes.
kgs before you left for SA. So we dropped that plus more. Overall, what was the like
I
goal
was
weight and then what did you
300,
lose?
my weight, for my last check-in on the week I was going to South Africa, I was 300 grams away from losing a total 15.
Wow. Yeah. And
I
it was in a
wanted to
short
get
period
to
of
the
time.
15.
Yeah.
I
Like,
really wanted to get to the 15, but I mean, I
yeah.
even went on my day of fly out. I went to gym in the morning. Um,
Yeah. So the
you know,
routine's
I
there.
just, yes, the routine was there. The only thing that's sidetracked me off is having to go to another country, and it's gone after that.
Yeah. But I
It's,
mean, even if you think about the weight now, what we wanted to try and do is like lose the 10 kgs, but then also lose more that you have that buffer when you go on holiday.
yes,
So even if you gain maybe 1 or 2 kgs of water weight, when you're gone, you can always still be more, you've lost more than what you wanted to lose in the beginning. So I think you've maintained,
yes.
and then now if you kick back into gear, with all the strategies you already know, and then guidance moving forward, I think it's just going to be good results moving forward.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be sitting in this 5 kgs that I'm sitting in.
Yeah,
I haven't touched on the 10, but
yeah.
I'm like, nah, I need to move further away from that 10.
Yeah, 100%. I think just aiming like in the next 2 months, just getting back to where you were before you left and then pushing through. But I mean, even thinking about 2024, what would you say is like your vision for what you want to achieve moving forward with nutrition, training? What is your goals?
I want to be leaner than what I am. Um, I like lifting weights.
Yeah.
So it's a case where just to have more body definition,
Yeah, the tone, the
um,
muscle tone.
yes, that muscle tone sort of a look, and that's it, and just continue on that path and manage. It's all about having a balanced life.
Yeah.
You can't, when you have your quiet moments, you can be as strict as, that sort of a thing. But I don't want to be that person that if I'm around people or, oh, I can't eat that piece of
Yes.
cake, you
Yeah,
know,
I agree.
everyone gets to learn you and gets to know you, that you're not that sort of person. But it's a case where you don't want to be totally excluded from the fact that, oh, I can't do this or I can't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's like we said in the beginning, the first, I would say, first reset phase of the program, it will require more attention and more effort
Yes.
than later
Yes, I did
on.
do that.
Yeah. And then you really like focused in, you were razor focused on just getting that initial kickstart. After that, it becomes easy and becomes more lifestyle, but we have to like kind of shift the attention to, okay, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to go really hard and intense. And that will allow me to have the balanced lifestyle that you have now, right? And then you
Yeah.
kind of rethink the goals moving forward. I think you
And the
did that
thing is,
on.
and the thing is, as a person, I know, and you can even vouch, I'm sure I was calmer and patient. There obviously is different clients out there. They're
Yeah,
like, really, I want this or I
really
need to
calm.
change that.
Yeah,
I think I came to you a couple of times, but it's a case where the videos are so good. You know, um, I haven't watched the last couple, but just last night I put one on and I was already motivated
yeah. The live
by knowing
stream.
just those, yes, the live
Yeah.
streams, just by the ladies that are going through little kids and I'm like, gee, I don't even have a little kid. I got no excuse.
Yeah, like get on it. It's time. Get on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, no, you need to move. So
Yeah,
this morning was my first morning that I went back to gym. Monday was my first gym session and I went in the evening. But today was my first morning. I've been battling to actually get back to the morning, like actually waking up.
yeah. You'll get
Like I've
there.
been getting up to walk my dog because if I get up and then he looks at me, I feel disappointed that I haven't taken him. So I've been doing that since I'm back, but I haven't got a gym. So now I woke up for the first morning and I went and it felt good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're pretty good. Even if you're not 100% where you were before, I think we have a good goal moving forward as well. I think the main thing that we'll end off with is just, let's say you can take yourself back and you can put yourself in other clients' shoes where they haven't joined the program. They are kind of nervous. They don't know what they're investing into. They see all the results. It looks like all the flashy, shiny things. What would you say, like for anyone that is on the fence of joining, what would you tell them?
Well, firstly, the program shows that you're dealing with real people, real life situations of everyday living. And the most important thing that it's a long-standing lifestyle change, not just a moment of a banting diet or, that
Yeah,
sort of a thing. There's so much support as well. There's so much community. I must say, being South African, that's what also drew me, although I'm in a different country,
yeah,
that's what drew me to it as well, because I had known one or two people, and that's kind of like, this is real,
yeah.
especially being online and being in another country.
You never know what you get yourself up for.
Yes, and because there's so much out there. but for me, I've never come across anything like eminence. And yet I've had so much of personal contact and in my life in the sense of training,
Yeah.
but no one ever drove me or forced me into the nutrition side of things.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. It's good that you
So
have a game
so it
plan going
speaks a
forward.
lot. Yeah, like with eminence, it talks a lot, in the sense of the nutrition side of things, which is ultra important because people can actually lose weight without the heavy training.
Yeah, just by being consistent with nutrition. Yeah,
Yes, just being consistent with nutrition and a bit of movement. You don't have to be excessive and it can work for you as a person.
I agree. Yeah, awesome. No, I mean, thank you for joining today, and I'm excited to see what we can do in 2024. Like I said, you had like insane results the first 12 weeks in this program. I mean, obviously, like I said to you in the beginning, I always kind of under promise and over deliver, and you were 100% one of those cases where we just both together just over delivered in general. So
Yeah.
thanks for putting in the effort. Now let's go for the second round.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
Cheers. Thank you.